The cards speak. Justice listens. Welcome to the unseen. Truth doesn't hide forever, not from the eyes that see. Spirits stir, clues awaken. Let the seeing begin. Behind every crime, a shadow speaks. I'm Lady Zelda. Welcome to Seeing Crime. Hello, my darlings. Hello. How are you? Let me see. Am I muted? I don't think so. How is everybody? How did everyone get along today? Oh, my heck. Was this not a day? Hello, my darlings. Hello, hello. Look at this. Our lovely mod on True Oracle is about ready to get rained on. So do me a favor, if you haven't already, please do us a little favor and just kind of bebop over there and hang out with our mod because it's raining. It's about to here as well. Hello, my darlings. I'll tell you what. We're just getting started. And there's just so much to unpack right now. But I want to share something with you that all of you are going to love. And it's from our dear darling Richie with micro dots, or is micro dots. Take a look at this, what he made. You're going to love it. Take a look at this. Does that not ring true? Does that not feel like that was today? Does that not feel like that has been the case so far? I wonder if we're going to get one that's got Peggy O'Keefe in it too. That is our darling Microdots. Go over there and take a look at this. I'll tell you what, he is always spot on because he is top shelf. I love him. That is exactly what he made today. I'm going to show you another little something here that he made. And I think that it's very important going into day 3. Okay. So I love this. And Jerry is right. This is exactly what she's been doing right from minute 1. Right from minute 1. And thank you, TD. I appreciate you, my darling. And welcome to each and every one of you coming in. Because I got to tell you something. I was kind of playing around with the EVPs today. And there was a little bit of sassiness that happened. And some words that I've never seen before. And some words that, I don't even know if it's appropriate to put on here. I mean, I'm sure it is. But it was sassy. And it was during Peggy O'Keefe's testimony. We'll get to that in a minute. Thank you, Jerry, for being there on both channels for us. Because I tell you what we're going to do, my darlings. We're scheduling the members only live where I'm going to be reading all members' cards. I'm going to be taking questions, just one question, hey, what about this? What about that? And I'll be pulling cards, giving you answers. And that is for members only on True Oracle. So if you do us a favor and skippity doodah over there, because many times people are very generous over there and they'll gift memberships and you just might get one. So there you go, my darlings. Now I'm going to take this one away and I'm going to show. So here you go, my darlings. We have 91 people that I see that is watching. Please do me a favor. Hit the Do all the Tubi things for me. Do all the Tubi things. I say, We're going to talk about that in a minute. Let me get something else that I really want you guys to see, because this is so important. So important. Let me see if I can get this. How am I going to do this here? Okay. Well, I guess I'm going to do it. Here we go. Let me share my screen again. Now, all of you, you may have to turn up your volume a little. I've got mine pretty high. I'm not going to say anything. This is a little something that I think that we all need to see. Again. And it's from our sweetheart. It's from our sweetheart, Richie, Microdots. All right, so let me share this. Ta-da! And then I'm going to have to race over there and show it as full screen. So get ready, my darlings, and turn. I'm going to make it bigger. Just do me a favor. Go over. Just turn up your volume a minute, okay? Because I don't know if you can hear it. I've got it up really, really high on my end. Here we go, and enjoy this.
Brian Albert calls Jen, speaking for 1 minute 27 seconds. As soon as they hang up, Jen calls Kerry Roberts for 8 minutes and 32 seconds. 2 minutes after that call ends, Kerry goes straight into her interview with the state police. It's impossible to know what was said to Kerry before her interview, but the timing of the two preceding calls is notable. If coaching came from Brian through Jen to Kerry, this pattern of communication would be expected, although the timing alone is not definitive. At 5:27, Jen reaches Nicole and they speak for over 21 minutes. And at 5:45, the state police search finally begins, where they will find the 3 pieces of broken tail light and John's cap, all of which were missed during the first search earlier that day. Brian Albert calls Jen, speaking for 1 minute 27 seconds. As soon as they hang up, Jen calls Kerry Roberts for 8 minutes and 32 seconds. 2 minutes after that call ends, Kerry goes straight into her interview with the state police. It's impossible to know what was said to Kerry before her interview, but the timing of the two preceding calls is notable. If coaching came from Brian through Jen to Kerry, this pattern of communication would be expected, although the timing alone is not definitive. At 5:27, Jen reaches Nicole and they speak for over 21 minutes. And at 5:45, the state police search finally begins, where they will find the 3 pieces of broken tail light and John's cap, all of which were missed during the first search earlier that day. Brian Albert calls Jen, speaking for 1 minute 27 seconds. As soon as they hang up, Jen calls Kerry Roberts for 8 minutes and 32 seconds. 2 minutes after that call ends, Kerry goes straight into her interview with the state police. It's impossible to know what was said to Kerry before her interview, but the timing of the two preceding calls is notable. If coaching came from Brian through Jen to Kerry, this pattern of communication would be expected, although the timing alone is not definitive. At 5:27, Jen reaches Nicole and they speak for over 21 minutes. And at 5:45, the state police search finally begins, where they will find the 3 pieces of broken tail light and John's cap, all of which were missed during the first search earlier that day. Brian Albert calls Jen, speaking for 1 minute 27 seconds. As soon as they hang up, Jen calls Kerry Roberts for 8 minutes and 32 seconds. 2 minutes after that call ends, Kerry goes straight into her interview with the state police. It's impossible to know what was said to Kerry before her interview, but the timing of the two preceding calls is notable. If coaching came from Brian through Jen to Kerry, this pattern of communication would be expected, although the timing alone is not definitive. At 5:27, Jen reaches Nicole and they speak for over 21 minutes. And at 5:45, the state police search finally begins, where they will find the 3 pieces of broken tail light and John's cap, all of which were missed during the first search earlier that day. Brian Albert calls Jen, speaking for 1 minute 27 seconds. As soon as they hang up, Jen calls Kerry Roberts for 8 minutes and 32 seconds. 2 minutes after that call ends, Kerry goes straight into her interview with the state police. It's impossible to know what was said to Kerry before her interview, but the timing of the two preceding calls is notable. If coaching came from Brian through Jen to Kerry, this pattern of communication would be expected, although the timing alone is not definitive. At 5:27, Jen reaches Nicole and they speak for over 21 minutes. And at 5:45, the state police search finally begins, where they will find the 3 pieces of broken tail light and John's cap, all of which were missed during the first search earlier that day. Brian Albert calls Jen, speaking for 1 minute 27 seconds. As soon as they hang up, Jen calls Kerry Roberts for 8 minutes and 32 seconds. 2 minutes after that call ends, Kerry goes straight into her interview with the state police. It's impossible to know what was said to Kerry before her interview,
I think this
but
is
the
looping.
timing of the two preceding calls is notable.
I think
If coaching
it is.
came from Brian through
Yeah,
Jen to Kerry,
It is.
this
I think we
pattern of
watched it 2 or
communication
3
would be
times now.
expected,
Okay.
although the timing
I'm going
alone
to
is
let
not
this
definitive.
flow. And
At
then I'll cut it off.
5:27, Jen reaches Nicole and they speak for over 21 minutes. And at 5:45, the state police search finally begins, where they will find the 3 pieces of broken tail light and John's cap, all of which were missed during the first search earlier that day.
Yes, indeed. Okay, now I'm going to share with you a little tidbit of information. Let me get this all situated here. I'm going to share with you right, Elizabeth says it's weird they live in his house. It's weird she doesn't take off her shoes. All of it doesn't sit right with me. I am a mother of 4 and I don't think I could. Okay, my darlings, I got something I was going to tell you. First of all, yesterday I forgot I was going to mention to you about a bracelet that John was wearing. He's been talking to me, and it's a blue bracelet with a blue stripe. And the question has been, where is it? And he has said it was cut. He has talked about that bracelet, and I believe he wore it on his right wrist, from what I gather. That's number 1. Number 2, this is the first time that I have heard about Denise, who is Jennifer McCabe's sister. Doesn't surprise me that she's just as, organized, just as whatever as Jen is, her sister is. Well, I don't know if you all remember, but our EVPs came up with the name Denise not too long ago. And we kept thinking, is it a Dennis? Who is Denise? Who is this person? And the moment that I heard that word, I went, oh, that came up on our EVPs. But here's a little something that let's see. Here's a little something that someone mentioned to me today. Now, no disrespect, no shade. I feel for Peggy O'Keefe and the O'Keefe family because of the loss of John. But what I was told, and actually the words were, I must remind you, Zelda, that Peggy O'Keefe had taken John to court for those kids, and they were not speaking at the time of his unaliving. Now, I do not know if that is true, but that may explain those really upsetting EVPs. They weren't upsetting to me because it takes a lot for me to just get boomed. But it was though the EVPs were very upsetting. As in, there were a couple words that I didn't know could even be loaded in the EVP, into the device. The moment that she got on the stand, I saw the daggers come out for Karen. She had this big thing. Now, Karen had been staying there, 2, 3, 4 nights a week. She knew they were dating. She knew that they were together. She knew that she was taking care of the kids. Why would that be so odd for her to come over to the house and go upstairs with her dad as a witness and get her things and come back downstairs? That doesn't make sense to me. You could tell she hated her. Why did she hate her? Well, probably because of the person that has been hanging around for the last 25 years has wanted to get back with John. And he kept saying, no, 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 no. So Karen is an outsider, not was. She is. And even so now, even more so now, sadly enough. But I'm going to tell you what, the thing that hit not such a good chord with me, and I'm going to say it because I'm one of these people that I'm just going to say the truth in my heart of how I feel. And that is the moment she got on the stand and she said, and they said, how long have you been married? And she went, oh, too long. I can tell you what, if I were on the jury, the mind thoughts that went through right then when she said that, and then she made another crack. And I thought, this is, ma'am, this is neither the time nor the place. If you want to make a joke, okay. This is neither the time nor the place, because you know what? It makes no one else look bad but you, Mrs. O'Keefe, because everyone knows that Mrs. O'Keefe is living at 1 Meadows Ave, and that is John's house, whom she does not take the shoes off. And Carrie even went, oh, you got, everybody was appalled that Karen didn't take her shoes off. Well, let me tell you something, my darlings. If I had a loved one that had been missing and I was searching, I would not take the time for pomp and circumstance to take my shoes or my boots off, because carpet, as we know, can be replaced. But your loved one cannot. I would have zippity-doo-dah all around that house with my shoes on. That's number one. Odd bunch of folks. But the way she sat on there today and was snarky, as though she was telling, look, she said this and that, what? And I thought, what a Billy Goat Gruff. What is wrong with you? You're here for justice for your son. But instead, she had daggers for Karen. Okay, I get it. I get it. I get it. But I still respect my parents and my grandparents with things. My grandmother had the rule like that, you don't wear shoes in the house. So you better bring a pair of socks, because she didn't even want barefoot in the house, because bare feet can leave tracks on wood floors and leave tracks on carpet. As you know, hello. But that was my grandmother, and we all respected that. And even when grandma was gone, we not only respected that, we respected her things. And so those were some things that struck a bad chord with me. I mean, we had this firefighter nutbag, what was his name? Nutbag from yesterday, who took hours and was like hot under the collar. He would remind me as a cross between Trooper Paul and Garino, talking to himself. on the stand. Hello. And then we have Carrie Roberts, who Carrie Roberts violated her order and went on Good Morning America this morning. Now, the defense probably didn't mention that because it was quick and they probably wanted to confirm it, and they had a really good flow, and they probably didn't want to interrupt the flow because they probably would have impeached her immediately, but there was a job to do. And I agree. Get Carrie Roberts on the stand and prove what an egg-sucking dog she is. What a liar. Sorry. Loser, liar, whatever. And now she and Jennifer McCabe are BFFs. I wonder how long that friendship is going to last after tonight. And I'm going to tell you, after yesterday and today, if I was a juror, I would have been sitting there like, you gotta flippin' well be kidding me. These people act so pumped, so haughty, so entitled. Well, whatever you do, don't go up there and not be liked. But that ate at me. But when they said Denise, I remember that coming up on the EVPs. So I was running the EVPs a little bit today. And it was during Peg's questioning because I wanted to run that first. And I'm going to tell you, that would have been really bold. I don't know what if that comes up tonight while we're running our EVPs. I don't know. There were some other words that I've not seen before. And over the last 2 nights that we've been going live here, my dear friends, I've not seen these. I've not seen words like these before. Not seen words like them before. So Elizabeth says, I have a shawl that my mom worn and I wear it when I am sad. Still smells like her. See, that's beautiful. I'm going to stop as I was starting to cry. Don't cry, because then I'll cry. Don't cry. But mine are tears of disgust. Nancy says, hold on, iced coffee to the rescue. Now listen, I want you to know I do not order Taco Bell every day. I would like to. But I'm this weird person that these are pretty nice cups. They're plastic, but they're pretty nice. And I don't have an iced coffee cup. So not that I do. I lied. But I'd like to reuse these. I'm not going to toss them. So cheers, iced coffee to each and every one. Nancy, can you imagine having a mother-in-law, monster-in-law like that? Despite the circumstances, Karen missed a bullet. She dodged it for sure. Can you imagine? But I think Karen was understanding that marriage was not on the table because I think John was overly protective, and rightfully so, of the children. But I also knew, I know that if John thought marriage was in the cards for he and Karen, that would have been a fight to the finish with Mama. But she didn't mind fighting with him. Here's the thing. What I wanted to look at her and just basically say today is, look, you have experienced a lot of loss, and I'm really sorry. But you've got this horny dude that's been sitting over here staring at Karen the whole entire time, where his wife shows up the first day and keeps watching his hands. I don't know if you all noticed that or not, but I kept watching. And she kept watching his hands to see if he was signaling, because he was kind of blinking in certain ways. And, who knows what was a signal or not. And I wanted to just say, ma'am, 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 no, no, no. There you go. There you go. Carrie wakes up and realizes she's not really in with Jen, and Jen will use her up. Okay, can you listen when this is over? Not now, because Jen has patience. Evil has patience. That's just an observation. When this is over, they will be kaput. Jen will no longer have any use for Carrie. Dear green-eyed Southern girl, my darling Southern girl. Yes, Zelda, then he was making signals to another W. Absolutely. Does that not make you sick? They're in there for justice for John, and they're using it like... I wanted to say to her today, ma'am, do you not understand? You have a worldwide audience, and you're standing here snarky biting. Maybe it's no wonder your husband is in Braintree and you are at One Meadows with the mouth of the... It's not the mouth of the South. Right? Right? Listen, I'm going to call him as I see him. It's no disrespect, because you know what? She said all that in front of the world. And I was taught, when you grow up, you never do anything that you don't want on the Sunday paper. That just goes to tell you how long ago that was. But that's very true. You don't do anything, because this, not only will this event haunt them, but their testimonies will haunt them. I wonder if Peg will go home and look how she came across today. And I loved the way that AJ handled that. He got up and said, I'm so sorry for your loss. But he's going to respect her. But she was even snarky about that. Miss Smith, I'm a little behind. Did it bother anyone else that John's mom didn't know how old he was? Maybe I've just had a bad taste in my mouth since John referred to his mom as Peg in a text to Karen Reed. I just think that there's been so much time, and I'm going to tell you, quite frankly, John was born in December. That's toward the end of the year. My son was born Christmas Day. So every year I have to stop and think, how old is my son? How old is he? And, so that didn't bother me. It may be a little, but I can certainly see your point and see where you were coming from. That's for sure. That's for sure. Anne says he has a nice wide gold wedding banged on. Well, good for him. He needs 2 of them. Someday I'll tell you what that means when I say you need 2 of them. So, but he couldn't do it with a wedding ring. Yeah, Elizabeth says those 2 are going to be at war. Oh, yeah, they will be. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Portraits of your mind. I think there's a 4-pronged situation, as Alessi says, the Alessinator. The first prong was delivered today by perjuring Miss Roberts. Yes. And will anything happen to her? No. No. Because she'll act like a dumb box of rocks. Pardon me. And she'll just basically say, oh, well, I was in shock. Why is everybody in shock? Hello. It's how long? Don't be in shock. But that's a good excuse. That's a good excuse. Instead of, I'm going to tell you what else bothered me about that lady. I'm going to tell you what else bothered me about Carrie. Is you can see Karen running frantically, screaming, Jen, Carrie, blah, 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 all these things. And she and Jen stand there like a pile of rocks. And Carrie says today, no, I don't know. She bothered me because she wouldn't put her seatbelt on and she was sitting up between us and wah wah. And I was more worried about my friend. Here's the conclusion that I've come to. Every woman in that group married their second choice in men because John was their first. It seemed like they all had this thing. So yeah, there they go. I wonder if Carrie called Jawbone or Jawbone called her. Jawbone called Carrie first, is my understanding. Yeah. Yeah, John's just got reason to be on TV is the way that looks. Yeah. There we go. Yes, preacher, speaking truth and power. Well, you know what? I just think it's so. This is not the time nor the place. And I've got to tell you something. I've been waiting. Everybody has been like, oh, Karen is not going to get a fair trial. Well, if this is any indication of what we're going to be getting from the common wusses, I don't think, I mean, imagine sitting on the jury and thinking that you've got 10 weeks of this to go through. I would be basically saying, hello, judge. I would like to request a barf bag that you get on the airplanes. Thank you very much. I'll probably be needing 2 or 3 of them a day if this is going to continue the way that it is. And then we have Honk Brennan, who wants to talk through his nose. I dated a guy once like that. He talked just like this. He was such a sweet and wonderful man. His name was Glenn. Here's a little funny. So I dated Glenn for a long time. Glenn had a mother who dictated and who said I was too worldly for him. Now, Glenn was a Purple Heart recipient. He talked like this because he was from the South. And he was a wonderful man. But Mama ruled the roost, and he was a Purple Heart recipient. And the story is quite good. But Glenn would not receive the Purple Heart because none of his other people received one either, so he turned it down. Well, that's very nice of him. So, quite frankly, he did something in Vietnam, and it was terrific. And he would look at me, and every now and then he would say, Zelda, you're such a beautiful woman. And my mother and grandmother would be around, and we would go places. And my mother's name was Carol. My grandmother's name they called her Sass. And he would look at my mother and he would look at my grandmother and he would say, I can see where Zelda gets it because you ladies are so beautiful. There we go. Beautiful ladies. So there. So Honk, I can't do his, but Honk and his, oh, watch out. We're bringing it to the table. And he had the biggest snooze fest. Even the Boston Herald pointed out yesterday that was just a hello. It was like he lost everyone in the first 5 minutes of his opening. Now, I'm going to tell you, just wait for the new discovery that is coming. Because the new discovery that is coming out, and they had some extra things on Carrie they did not bring, pardon me, they did not bring out, and I don't know if it's too late to, but the one thing is someone saw John go in the house. John's remote viewing told me he went in the front door because the front door was open and Jen was watching for him. He talked about the bracelet. He talked about how he was jumped on the steps in the base, going down the basement. He was jumped on the steps. And Attorney Melanie Little had a wonderful point today. And that is, with John wanting to take his shoes off in the house, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. So that they had a bench in the front door so you could sit down and take your shoes off. This is why there was one shoe missing, because I think in all of the pomp and circumstance, or all of the carryings ongoing of that wee early morning of the 29th, his shoe got lost in space. So they took him outside. But one of the things, too, are his socks. And if they would have tested his socks, they would have found Chloe hair in his socks. He showed me, remote viewing wise, that while he was in the hospital, he did not have clothes on, but he had socks on, and the heels were on top. Say this is his foot right here. This is his leg, and this is his foot, and these are his these are his toes. The heel of the sock was on the top of his foot. And he told me, those are not my socks. Maybe they were too small and didn't fit him, and that's the only way that they could get those socks on. Did we ever think of that? So that was something. Yeah, I think they've got much more, Jerry. There's and I think maybe they may be waiting for Jen. Can you imagine seeing Jen on the stand now, and then the judge saying, "Okay, Miss McCabe, oh, you know what this is for? Just in case any one of the jurors, which I doubt, but if just in case any one of the jurors had a question, as in, who's Jen McCabe? Who's Jen McCabe? Who's Jennifer McCabe? Who's Jennifer McCabe? How long until we find out who Jennifer McCabe is and what does she know?" See, they're piquing everyone's, not there. It's a double whammy. Not only are they laying the foundation for Jennifer McCabe, just wait till she gets up there. Oh, I'll be taken off work that day. Just wait until she gets up there. So the bombshells will be dropping when it comes to Jennifer. Hello, we've got a guy who's in the snow. So yeah. So there we are, my darlings. I'm scared. I hope they are ready for her. I have a feeling she will change too. Oh, don't be scared. Oh no. There are, as what they say, locked and loaded. They have the Fantastic Four, because what one don't think of, the other one does. And I doubt really if they don't think of anything at all. Believe me. And, all these signals that the judge is giving, oh, can you answer that? Can you answer that? Bev, do me a favor, darling. Bev, do me a favor. Here, have a sucker. Have a little Snicker bar. Whatever. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I will wait for. Oh yeah. It's coming. You all have not seen anything yet. Oh, my darlings, listen. We're not giving any of them any power that they don't deserve. Their power, these guys are kryptonite to these people. They have zero power. They have zero power. Let's see. If she changes anything, she is screwed. Yeah. Brennan has been going over prior testimony, trying to get out from AJ's impeaching them all. Of course. Of course. Don't you think it's funny? Oh, yeah, I missed Mr. Brennan. Yes, the way his socks were on his feet and ER looked strange. I am OCD about a lot of things, like my socks positioned correctly in seams and logo placement is off and felt weird. Yeah. Yes. Yes. I don't know if they can. Hi, my darling. Look at those little puppies. I don't know if they can recall her or not. I don't know. The perjury committed by Carrie Roberts, exactly and solely responsible for Karen's murder charges. The case should be far dismissed right and there, and the defense is working through the night. Well, let me just give you a little tidbit of information. We are not the only ones watching. Those that are watching have 3 initials. And remember when did you not see her demeanor change today when they handed her this little piece of paper? And they said, now this is from a different agency. But I haven't seen this before. No, you haven't. That's right, Miss Roberts. You haven't seen this before. However, this is your testimony, correct? Yeah. Okay. Well, can you just don't read it out loud. Can you just read through it? Mm-hmm. Okay. Are you done, Miss Roberts? Uh-huh. Do you recognize that, Miss Roberts? Yep. That was from the feds. That was their way of telling her, you lied to a grand jury on behalf of the feds. It's not us. The feds, the grand jury can come back now. It's too late to come back now. I believe I'm pulling in. Yeah. So while Auntie Bev's court may or may not do anything, this is serious. Because it was because of that indictment and the testimony of one Carrie Roberts et al. I mean, perjury can be up to 5 years. Do I think she would get that? No. But hello. Big trouble. They are, just wait. Hello. Just wait. This is going to be really hello. Because what they've all done is, in that testimony from Carrie to the feds, to the grand jury. No, I didn't say that. I saw Karen in the back of asking Jen to do anything like that. I didn't say that. It was because of the timeline. We were all getting our story straight, because we know that we don't like Karen. And so what we wanted to do is just get all of our stories straight. So we knew that we could just nail her. And then we could say goodbye and have this all be over with. And, Carrie is a puppet. She is being used. I do not feel sorry for her, because she does not have the smarts to figure that out. Oh yeah, we hang out all the time. Our husbands hang out all the time. We hang out all the time. I didn't know her. Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I didn't know this. Ma'am, ma'am. She's a talker. She really was talking today. She's a talker. She talked. Thankfully for the defense, but she's a talker. Wow. Just wow. Just wow. And our darling hippie, hi there, peace to you, my darling. She also started to say, "How long to die in the cold," right? Oh my! Would you have not just fell over if she said that? I'll tell you what I've been doing, my loves. I am so glued to this, and between the bounce and between this, and I am working. I literally had to stop, pause the trial, and come back because you know what I don't want to happen is my bathroom, my kitchen start looking like crime scenes. I got to take the garbage out. This sort of thing. You have to just do this. The cats are looking at me like, "Hello, are you going to?" No, I'm feeding the cats, but it's like I don't even want to. I'm not kidding. I don't want to leave this. That's so full. I just heard the door. No, if you're nefarious, you can't. If you're nefarious, you can't get in. No, you may not. Better late than never. That's right. Let me see. Oh, Gail. Gail WAKKGG. Oh my gosh, how are you, my darling? And they talked this morning. She called to wish her luck. Can you hear that now? Now, Carrie, you know you've been primed by the prosecution. You know they're going to try to trip you up. That Alan Jackson is a bad one. And you know that he's not going to give you, and he'll try to trick you. So good luck. Call me when you're done. Better yet, I'll watch the trial, even though I know I'm not supposed to, because I'm still in shock and horror. Right? I have to do this. It's a stress reliever. Green Eyed Darling says, "Yeah, how would Jambon known if she was right?" And I heard people today. I was watching people going, "Alan Jackson is just too easy on Carrie Roberts." Oh no. It's like, yeah, buddy. They got her good. And the hits are just going to keep on coming. I cannot wait until Arca. I can't wait until Arca comes. And that looks like it's going to be on Monday because I'm going to tell you Monday. Can't wait because they're going to go up against Brennan. They already know. They don't have to be even. These men are professional. They have lives. They're going to go up against Brennan and they're going to be like, "What are you talking about? $20,000. Yeah, we told them that we wanted our expenses paid afterward. Do what you may. Do what you will. That's the way it is." Do you think this trial will go to the end? There's a part of me that does not feel that it will, and I have been seeing something that's going to happen in May, and we are very close. So let's keep hoping, because I'm going to tell you, another few days like this, these are disastrous. And I've seen people on the Xbox, the X, not I call it the Xbox, the X, the Twitter, who are, oh, Hank Brennan, what a hunk. What? Who raised you? Hank Brennan. He's, oh my goodness, he's so wonderful. Look at him. He just tore him up. And AJ, oh, when he went over to Hank Brennan's side that and he knocked down that one thing, that was bad. Whatever. These people. Hello. I wonder where they rent their lives from because they need to get one. Get a new one, trade in. Hopefully it's got a warranty. Jeannie, I like this little thing that you've got to say. They testify for a living. And if I may add, for better organizations than what they are. They are not afraid of Brennan and Cannoni. No, they are not. They are not. Prohoc Vice, I love it. Prohoc Vice. Hank Brennan gives me the ick. He gives me a lot worse. I want to just write him a note and say, Dear Honk, please do us all a favor and stick with the harmonica. Wishing you well. Let me see. Arca, the boogeyman, says, who is crushing on Hank? The bots? It has to be bots. Right? It would have to be. It would have to be. Believe me. If Carrie gets a conspiracy charge, with this case, that's big prison time. I don't know, my darling Karen, if she will. But if she does, conspiracy comes in twos. And who do you think the second one would be? So that's what I'm saying. Keep hopeful. Keep hopeful. Kim says, Zelda, even his harmonica doesn't like him, right? Have you seen that little thing where he's standing there like he's in some concert and he's looking down at the mix board and he's looking like, oh yeah. You know, turn up my mids, turn down my lows. You know, what? Okay. He acts compassionate. I had to stop watching when John's mom was on the stand and Hank tried to make like he cared about her weeping. Such a fraud. I believe you're correct. Right? I don't see any of that within him. He makes the absolute worst prosecutor. And I want you to know that there are other prosecutors in that office that don't have anything to do, and they're just like, wonder how he's doing in court today. I certainly wouldn't want to put that in my resume. Everybody is watching him. He's not going to be able to go. And Lolly too. There you go. And I recall Bev telling them everything needs to be filed by 2 p.m. on the specific day. Oh, wait, that's right. Hanky doesn't have any rules. No, because last night at 10:45, he has another document dump. And she's like, oh, Mr. Brennan, what do you have to say for that? I'd be saying, read between the lines, pal. But, you know, you can't do that. I would make it really bad. I would make it really, really bad. I don't say that stuff to people, but, you know, look, when you have your nails done, it kind of makes it look so much better when you're like, hello, right? I'm joking. Gail says, I can't wait for Alessi to rock, right? The Alessinator. I need to watch AJ Cross on Carrie Baby Blanket. It was the most brilliant cross that I've seen, I can say, in years. AJ was just like butter. Just like butter. And if I were there, I'd be like, get out of here. Get out of here. Carrie probably isn't privy to what really went on. She's a talker. No, because they used her. They used her. A felony is punishable by imprisonment in state prison for a max period exceeding 10 years, or by imprisonment in the state prison for not more than 10 years, or jail for not more than. Yeah, we get it. I'll tell you what. But remember how in my readings I keep saying, no, I want you to remember Al Capone. They never could get him on murder, but they got him on tax evasion. So what do you think they might get these jokers on? They may not be able to get them on anything more, but they might be able to get them on some technicality. And the feds don't care. They don't care. They'll just come in and do it. Pfft, done. If I were the judge and saw that today, I would have went, whoop, time out, hello, sidebar, and I would be saying, because here's the thing, if I were the judge, and I'm not a legal beagle, I'm just going to tell you this, but I would have taken the responsibility of saying, Miss Roberts, I must advise you, do you have a lawyer? Do you have an attorney? And I can tell you what, Jen McCabe isn't going to share her lawyer. RICO charges would be great. Well, guess who is the big RICO lawyer? And that is Bob Alessi. Why do you think he came in? That's corruption. RICO. And now we have Miss Wiener Girl Rafferty. Her end of the tenure is in summer. Sometimes I get mad at my conspiracy theories because they're right, and then I have to look for more, right? So I can tell you this, people abruptly retire for reasons, because people like her don't just decide one day she's going to retire. I don't know. You just don't retire like that unless you want to save yourself and save your pension. She took a big fat risk. She took a big fat risk in writing that press release. But she wrote herself a little out on that press release, as in, it has over at this time with no charges. Girl, do you not think the feds don't have a license to lie? That's what they do. That's what they do. They make you feel comfortable so you continue to be a criminal, so they can pop you. Hello. That's what happens. I'm sure there's probably something there. Alessi, listen, I'm sure he is just the most meek and mild-mannered, but holy Jehoshaphat. I cannot wait. Sue says, and then I have to look for more. Right. That's it. Was she tipped? I don't think she was tipped off. I think she was told off. I think there's a story behind the scenes we'll probably never know. So this is why, everybody's like, oh my gosh, they have to get murder charges. No, they don't. Because it can be rotten eggs for them any way you look at it. The way this trial is going. Now, look, I want you to prepare. They may have a little pop or two, but even these video clips, what? For what are they saying? For uh admission of guilt? I don't know. I don't know, my darlings, but you know what? I think I have to take a different perspective on this because this ain't going well for them. It ain't going well for them. Trooper Reno didn't look good today. No, he doesn't. And he's not been released. He's coming back. He's coming back. He's coming back. Let's see. Standing Stone says Alessi has an incredible clear voice. He certainly does. Gets the point across. He's used to dealing with these people. He's used to dealing. So is AJ. So is David Yannetti. So is Liza Little. They are used to dealing with these 3-letter agencies. Right? Yes. Zelda. Yes, my darling. The only thing better that could have happened would have been for Jawbone to be next. She wouldn't have time for an elaborate story. Oh, no, no. Listen, my darling. I want you to all to think, because now we want to give her time for an elaborate story so she can sit there and cook up toil, and trouble and bubble and get everything going, make up more things. So that way that when she is cross-examined, they can pop her that much more. Because don't you think now she's going to know of the testimony now? How do you think that's going to change? So is she going to get up there in the next few days and say, no, Carrie heard this. Carrie did. She's not telling the truth. So what are they going to do? They're going to start throwing themselves each other under the bus. Believe me, none of them at this point want to testify. I know that. So let them go. That's the idea. Never interrupt your enemies when they're being stupid. That's basically, I'm paraphrasing. It's not really how it's said. But never interrupt your enemies while they're plotting the fix, because the fix ain't in. I don't care what Bev says. It's up to the jury. And believe me, think of how the jury is summing this. Yeah. Yeah. There you go. See, there you go, Jeannie. They're sticking up for themselves and they're now standing up for themselves. And she's backing down a little. And even today, she was, ruling a little bit, Her video clips are prejudicial against Karen, especially taken out of context. Well, they want Karen to look like an ogre, is what they want. They want her to look like this devil incarnate that was so angry and mad that it's the possibility of John going out. Well, here, ladies in the chat, come closer. We've got to talk. For Karen to even think about something like that, is it a possibility that John may have given her a reason in the past to think about that? Now, yes, John is gone. Hello, but we can't erase history. So why was Karen insecure? Did John give her a reason to be insecure, or did these ladies plant that mental seed? We all know how it is. That's right. Jerry says once bitten, twice shy. Twice shy. Absolutely. First of all, I want to thank each and every one of you for being here. My goodness. Thank you for being in True Oracle. Thank you for being here. And I didn't see this. Oh my goodness. Let me go over here. Let me go over here. Let's take a minute. Shona Lee became a new YouTube member today. Thank you so much. Bless you, my darling, and thank you. I know you love it here. I know you do. And I appreciate you so much. Nicole became a member today. You are top shelf. Thank you. I love that little profile picture. That's quite beautiful. And Nicole also gave 5 very generous memberships. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And Mel Klomp gave a super sticker. Thank you, my darling, for the generosity. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you so much. So, yeah, my darlings, that's what's going on. Now, Alessi is so masterful and organized. Yes, I have binder envy. Alan Jackson's opening statement was on point and truthful. Yes. Absolutely fantastic. Absolutely. David Yannetti is so calming and methodical, asking questions with the witnesses. Do you know what I really dig? I've made up my mind. You watch. I am manifesting meeting these people one day. And I'm going to tell you the one thing that I think is very honorable of David Yannetti, and that is the way he sits in front of Karen, kind of this little side, and blocks those dagger rays from Paul the Donut O'Keefe, sending them over to Karen. David is doing that. Chivalry is not dead. Chivalry is not dead. Standing stones, look what he has done. Thanks, Lady Zelda and the inmates. Well, listen, we are all here, and thank you, my darling. Thank you for your generosity. I love it. Yeah, he's Karen's Superman and protector. He sure is. He sure is. He's like a big brother to her. He really is. And I appreciate it because, her family is there. And look, it's not like Paul has the most pristine reputation. And some of these things that I am saying, well, I'm really sorry, but they just brought it on themselves. If they don't want people to think these things, then maybe they need to be thinking about not doing them. Yeah. 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 Oh, let me see. I'm going to announce the Zenith. Make sure your settings are set to accept, and then just keep chatting. Now, my darlings, when you are gifted memberships, it is not forever. They last for 30 days. So your membership may run out. And we have a lot of generous people in here that gift memberships, and you may be lucky and get a second round or a third round. But if for some reason you don't get another one, you'll have to go in and join. And you can do that for anyone who wants to subscribe. Please do. You'll love it here. I love it. And then, my darlings, click like, subscribe. And then if you want to join, we do have a link in the description if you are on an iPhone, because you can't do it the way you're watching or on your TV. You have to do it through a browser. So you have to go out of the YouTube app and into Safari browser and use the desktop version and do it that way. So there you go. Patty, Zelda, I'm not getting notifications on either of my channels. Is there something I need to set in my YouTube to do that? I thought I had it all. Okay. I hear a lot of people that do that. Now, this is what I want you to do. If you watch on multiple devices like I do, I have my iPad, I have a TV, I have my computer, I have my phone. And what you need to do is go into each one of those if you are watching and make sure that you click on all notifications. So that way, then you get your notification. But I don't know why it happens that way and I'm sorry, I wish there was something I could do. But unfortunately, my hands are tied. Tofik Pod. Oh. I can't show that profile picture. And I didn't see it until it went up there. So I hope you don't get me. I've got to, we've got to take this message down. So Jerry, I'm sorry, but you cannot put that up there. I'm so glad you're new here, but we can't do this with this profile stuff because I'm going to delete your comment. So I'm sorry. But just don't get me in trouble. That's what it's all about. Right? We're not supposed to show that stuff here. So just don't do that again. If you want to comment, please change your profile picture. All right? Because there's an algorithm with YouTube. They don't like it. I get in trouble for showing tarot cards where they're naked. So, you know, if it's yeah. So, I think that may have been by design. Maybe. I probably missed it. But does anyone know why Attorney McLaughlin not sitting in the prosecution? I think she may have been sick, but yesterday she may have been putting out all of those pages. That they sent over to the defense at 10:45. So I don't know. It could be anything. Could be anything. You know. There you go. There I go. Well, sometimes people get carried away with humor. Let them go. Well, yeah, but they can go somewhere else and not get my channel in trouble. Twilight Nurse says on sick leave, sick of Brennan. Oh my gosh, I would be asking him for leave of absence. So, okay, let me see. Proctor, I'm so angry. Proctor's missing pension. I am so angry at the last paramedic that testified that's not how healthcare professionals should speak about their patients. Well, he reminds me sort of kinda of the trooper Paul. Because there's one thing, I don't know if you noticed the defense did to him to keep him going. They would say, well, I don't know about this particular what would you call that abrasion? And then he would pipe up and he would say, oh, I would show this and I would be this and I would do this and I would do this. So there you go. Thank you, buddy. Thank you, and welcome. There you go. We don't need to see the sun shining or the moon coming up here, my darling. We already got it. So anyway, that when you do that with a witness, it keeps them, because you saw there was a change in his demeanor when he was talking about something that he felt he was an authority on and that he thought that he was adding something. And that's why they did it. That's the only reason they did it. I heard someone say he was the one that gave Proctor Karen's health information, probably, because they ain't got no sense. Canton is a small town controlled by the a particular family. I believe that. I believe that. I am furious too. Calling her what? I forgot now, but that was so unprofessional. Of course it was. Of course. And it was for mental health, right? What will happen with ARCA? I'm worried. Oh, honey, nothing's going to happen with ARCA. Nothing. Nothing is going to happen. And quite frankly, they may not need ARCA, but ARCA is the tip of the, they are the whipped cream on the coffee. So you don't have to worry. ARCA is good. ARCA is good. ARCA is good. There's ways and means to document patient attitudes. He said wasn't suitable for patients' notes. Well, if it wasn't documented, it didn't happen. Right. Right. Absolutely. She says, I deal with psych patients almost every day I work, and it's disgraceful to the profession. It is. And it's very sad. And thank you for that, because I think that there is a total lack of mental health in our United States. We do not have a lot of mental health care, and a lot of dear people go without. It's very sad. It's very sad. Let me see. ARCA, Voyeur Dyer was moved to Monday morning. Yes, it was. Voir, as they are saying. Contre coupe, or what does Hank say? Contre coupe. My favorite watch is a French watch, and I get ate up when somebody comes to me and they say it's different. So there you go. So anyway, my darlings, let me see. All right, I wanted to make sure. So, oh my gosh, look at this. Miss Jules coming in hot with 5 memberships. Bless you, bless you. Thank you so much, my darling. Thank you. And welcome to all that have been gifted. Kelly, I saw you in Miss Mel's today. What a day it was today. Wow, Carrie Roberts' ship was sunk with no life rhyme. Listen, I think if it wasn't sunk, she certainly was changing the deck chairs on the Titanic, because it was a bad thing. Okay, so Groovy Cheryl, hi, darling. I love your profile picture. I've always been confused about this. Okay, we'll try to set this up. How can they keep calling out her behavior when she was cooperative about mental eval, which indicates she may be in a real state of hysteria or anything else? It's because they ain't got no class. But what they're trying to do is basically say that she was nutty crazy and that she was infuriated by what is happening with what was happening with John, and that she was just overcame with jealousy, that she hit the accelerator and backed up, and whoa, there we go. Karen, oh, good night, Zelda. And I can't stay awake any longer. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye, my darling. And thank you so much for being here. We love it that you are. We love it. We love it. Let me see. Karen, Laura B says, Karen has been targeted for being hysterical, it's 50 years ago. Yeah. Yeah. Just a little medical fact for many of you. You know that there is a word where the word hysterical came from. It came from the word, or I think the word came from hysterectomy. When they thought you were hysterical, they gave you a hysterectomy. That's like 100 and some years ago. My, how we have changed. Brennan is just on a fishing expedition, Kim says. Empty hook. He is baiting them to communicate with him for Morrissey. He won't get DOJ text or email communications with ARCA. Well, what they're going to do is they're going to sit there and they're going to say, well, he's going to say, well, so you had a line with the defense. And I'm going to tell you, I take it badly that he is accusing his professional people of something that he would do. This is something he would do. He's just not thought of it. He had every chance to call ARCA to testify. Why didn't he? Because it didn't suit him. That's why. Where I used to work, there was a museum of hysterical instruments. If you ever want nightmares, that's your fodder. I have heard of that. What, right? Oh, that's what I thought would be a federal crime. There's still some things that are coming up. You watch. And it'll be up to the feds what they want to do. Because I'm going to tell you, they have this wonderful, fantastic way of pressing people that they will sing. They will sing. Now you know why the caged bird sings. If you did you the way that Carrie Roberts looked today when they handed her that piece of paper. Hello, that wasn't a piece of paper, but they handed her that piece of paper that was from the feds. Her butt clenched. You could see it. You could see it. You could see it. Hank and Morrissey cannot attempt to slander Wolf and Rentschler's reputation. They will be sued into kingdom come. I don't think so. I think that they will be, I mean, they're allowed to their opinions, but they are so beyond this. This is just like messing with Mayberry RFD, if you know what I mean. And they probably are looking down at this thinking, what a complete absolute mess this is. We know the truth, but hello, there we go. In all honesty, Darlene Wolf says, in all honesty, dealing with a few of the same medical issues Karen has, it does affect your mentality. Of course it does. Of course. Of course it does. Oh, there's somebody here that is saying, hello. My cat Bilbo says hello when an energy shows up. And he's been in the hall going, hello, hello, hello. Jerry says, my husband Marcus is happy the trial is on. This will keep me out of Costco. Oh, I love it. I love it. There we go. John is here. John is here. Yes, I will be doing EVPs tonight in just a minute. I wanted to just come on and chat with you and show you what I had. And and everyone says hello to the kitty cloud. So no, it's a code of conduct and you could lose your license, which everybody he is under, nurses in UK are under NMC, but doctors, paramedics, fire department, and police are all under their own awarding body. Yeah. It must be EVP time. It must be. It must be. It must be. Like Proctor. There we are. Okay, my darlings, I know y'all already. So I really thought Carrie was going to break down and cry when Bev asked her, did you do that? It would not be good for me to sit there in the audience. They could read my face. I don't play poker for that reason. Okay, my darlings. Let me get some things ready for y'all. I think you're going to like the setup that I've got today. If I can do this. Ready to talk already. That's as close as I can get, my darlings. There we go. Welcome to the EVP Cam. Everyone, get ready because here we go. First one coming out. And look at the energy. John's energy is here. It's been with me all day. And I do want to say a disclaimer. I don't know the words he's going to be saying. I just don't know. So if he says a bad word, I may have to click off right away or something. But we're just, and if there's a really bad word, relax. 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 Now that could be tear and not tear, okay? But he's basically saying relax. Relax. Dang it. Relax, my darlings. You're welcome. There you go, my darlings. Everyone is glad that you're here. Warrant. See, listen, he's going to get a little spicy here. It could be multiple. It could be multiple. Let's, you know. No, we're coming right out of the gate. Coming right out of the gate. That's why I said he's been with it today. There you go, Sue. Bless you, my darling. Hoping for an early night. There you go. Get snuggled in. Get snuggled in. Okay, well, John, tell us how you're feeling. Tell us how things are going. Just feel free to just tell us. Tell us how things are shaping up and how you feel about everything. Just tell us, my darling. Okay, my darlings, there is a new order that has come out. And what I want to do is read this to you. So we're going to ask John to be put on hold just for a minute. Hold that thought, John. Hold that thought. Okay? I want to read this protective order to you. It's a protective order. Okay? So let me get this prepared. All right. So here we are. And we'll come back. This is a new protective order. I know you can't see it very well. Let me see if I can make it even bigger. No, I can't. Let me go in and read this for you. It says it is filing 683 order for production. I'm sorry, I said productive. Protective. Hello. The Commonwealth versus Karen Reed, order for production of records. The court hereby orders Dr. Daniel Wolf and Dr. Andrew Rentschler of ARCA. All records within ARCA or its owners, partners, employees, or representatives, possession, custody, or control in whatever format kept that reflect or in any way relate to work performed or contemplated and related in any way to billing, payment, compensation, and or reimbursement of any kind in connection with Commonwealth versus Karen Reed. Such records must be produced to the Norfolk Superior Court by April 25th, 2025 at 9 a.m. This order includes, by the way of example, but not limitation, all correspondence via regular mail, email, text, and or encoded messages between the above entities and individuals and any third parties. The order also includes all reports and or draft reports, as well as test results, photographs, video or audio recordings, charts, graphs, calculations, and recorded observations of all tests or experiments undertaken, whether the results were included in a report or not, and all internal memoranda and phone records related to communication about work performed on the case. The order also includes all records related to time spent on the case, including timesheets and draft and final bills. To the extent that any record responsive to this order is kept in an electronic format, the ARCA witnesses shall bring with them the appropriate hardware equipped with appropriate software to allow the court to access all records of the voidar, as they say, hearing April 22nd, 2025. With love and light, as always, Judge Beverly J. Cannoni, Justice and Injustice, my opinion, of the Superior Court. So I'm going to tell you what that means. In my opinion, I'm going to tell you what that means. She's wanting, because of what happened with Carrie and what has happened with this mess of the nutbag nuttall that we had yesterday, she's putting them on notice that she wants everything in writing. She wants to know what they've done. And if they can't do it, oh well. So I can't wait for them to show up on Monday, because they're going to show her a thing or two. And don't be too scared. Don't be upset, because quite frankly, the feds are watching. They may not be able to share a lot of this. They may be under a protective order themselves. By who? The feds. So she's getting a little on her high horse there. Hello. And that's it. I can't wait until they show up on Monday. They have to have it here by Friday at 9 a.m., the 25th. Okay. Let her rip, Tater Chip, because they're coming on Monday. The voir dire is what they all say there. I'm sorry, I'm chopping that on purpose. It's not a lot of notice, but they've known. And listen, I think they've been preparing for it. The defense is prepared for this. So there we go. So let's get back to, here we are. Sam had to go get a snack. If anybody wants to go get a snack, please feel free to. I will have my popcorn. Kelly says, here we go. Barking up the wrong tree. Listen. If there is an envelope, they're pushing it. She's pushing it. She's pushing it. Continental, we will be good guys. Yeah, there we go. All right, my darlings, here we go again. This is Sammy. She says, hello. It's only 5 p.m. where Groovy Cheryl is. Whoa. Well, it is 8:08 here. We've got a lot of ground to cover. I'm sure the feds already know what's going on. I'm sure. Because, see, Hanky has been crying since day one. He wants to know what they have on Meatball, and he wants to know what they're just doing in general. And he wants to know what they're saying. Hello, this is kindergarten. What did he say about me? Junior high. He likes you, but he doesn't like you. What did they say about me? That's what it is. That's what it is. It's because of the temper tantrums. So let's get back to John. John. Here we are. There we are, my darlings. Will Carrie be jailed for perjury? Not by Canton. Not by Bev. It was the in my opinion, I'm not a lawyer, but I would think that it would have to be the grand jury. It would have to be the feds that would do that, because she lied in their court, not. And that is how Karen grabbed charges. Kelly, defense has a stellar team. They're ready for literally anything. They're way ahead of Hank. That's right. We've got this. Hercules, stronger than any mountain. Hercules. Okay, I'm sorry. Fighting for the right with the strength of 10 ordinary men. Right? So bear. Okay. Basically came out of hibernation. So disclaimer, everyone. I don't know what words are going to come out. So just so you know. Just so you know. Arrest warrant could be definitely Proctor. But, hey, I'm going to tell you something. I think they're going to wait to the end. Why start doing it now? Let them all show what bad apples they are. Write all the warrants out at once. That's how I look at it. That would be iconic, although I don't think it would happen, but it would definitely be iconic. Yeah, I say let's enjoy this show. Let's watch them all lie like dogs. Lie like a rug. I want to thank all of my mods tonight. Miss D in True Oracle, Miss Jerry over here in Seeing Crime, and Mrs. Marie, who is most likely watching, a little under the weather. Thank you so much. She is beautiful. She's a little mean girl, but you know what? I don't mind. She can be mean. She's my girl. Yeah. Proctor's nickname is Chip and Bear. Well, it is bittersweet, Sue, and I get it. Turned into entertainment for me well, here's the thing. Unfortunately, it has become entertainment because we are really fighting for justice. And in order for us to handle it, we have to, we literally have to be like, sometimes we have to laugh and make jokes and do whatever, because if not, it's a rubber room for all of us. You're welcome, my darling. You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you. My cat was very mean, Bojangles. 4 feet tall and 22-pound male tabby. Oh, Riley, who is laying over here with PD, is huge. He's like 23 or 24 pounds, and he's not fat. He's just big, and he came from this one. How she just popped him out, and everybody else is little. Had to be from Papa, I guess. I don't know. You tell us, Sammy. We all want to know. Groovy Cheryl says, it sure has. I said earlier today, it's like tennis game, watching back and forth as this has to roll out this way, right? Right. Well, I'm going to say, too, I think really the defense team did everything that they could to keep this on a civil table. But unfortunately, Hank won't allow them to be civil. So here they are, coming out with everything that they've got. Okay, John's energy. You want to talk about what happened today? You want to tell us what you feel is next? You want to talk? Hello, my angel. You want to talk about the energy? You want to talk? What would you like to do? Thank you, everyone. See my girl. She's 12, I think. Plate. There's a lot on our plate. That's right. There's a lot on their plate. Yeah. There's a lot on their plate. I get it, Donisha. I get it. I love your hair. John would like to be home working on his lawn. Yes, he would be. Yes, he would be. So we've got a little patience. We're going to go a little longer here, John. What would you like to tell us? And by the way, my darlings, we will be kind of early tonight, only because we started earlier. I don't want to miss anything. I've not been sleeping well, and I've been trying to work and do a lot. So I've got some work tonight that I have to accomplish, and as well. Plus, I want to post a little something. Separate. That's interesting. That's a great idea. Yeah. Isla Scholl says, ask John how he feels about his mom's testimony. Well, I did that earlier today, and there were some words that came out that I just kind of had to sit here and think, oh. They were not pretty. So Twilight Nurse says, separate the wheat from the chaff. And the sheep from the goats. Jen wanted to separate Karen and John. Yes, and I believe so did Peggy. That's my own personal opinion. I believe that. That's my own personal opinion. To me, Peggy did not come off as a nice person. Well, you know what? In the beginning, in the beginning, we did talk about that. Yeah. Thank you, my darling. Thank you. Thank you. Separate witnesses didn't happen. Yeah. John's parents are separate or separated. Could be that. I have so much sympathy for her in the beginning. You know, I still do, but in a different way. I feel so sorry that she lost her son and her daughter and her son-in-law. I'm so sorry that she's experienced a lot of loss, and that type of loss can do something to people. But I think she's kind of always been this way. Aunt BB, we talked about that a little earlier today too. Someone did tell me that they were not speaking at the time of John's unaliving, because Peggy was fighting John. That's what I heard. Don't know if it's fact. That Peggy was fighting John in court for the kids. Drown. I don't know. No, she said she's still married, but he's living in Braintree and she's living in John's house. I think with Paul. I'm glad he didn't either. Yeah, I kind of heard that too. That there were some problems. Stairs. That's where he told me that severely. Okay. That's when he showed me the remote. He said he was jumped on the stairs. The stairs going to the basement. I think not only did they, murder, they were destroying John's family. How evil can they be? Well, very evil. Strengthen. That is because he believes Karen is innocent. Yes, that's right, my darling. Me too, Karen. And you know what? Especially since she bailed him out of jail. Right? Sometimes we can't explain those things. Sue, that's right. They just want to save themselves at any cost. My theory has always been he was knocked down, then tried to get up, and they pushed him back. It kind of was like that, my dear, is what he showed me. Kind of like that. Even if she is convicted, I'm not so sure. He'll have to go through a process, and her insurance companies won't pay. And I don't think that even if she was convicted that they would get any money from her. They would have to prove it on the civil side. That's my opinion. I'm not a lawyer. Report. Yeah, there's been a lot of missing reports, huh? Groovy, when everyone cries about the family and what they're going through, blame the Commonwealth, who should have given this up when the cops screwed the whole case. Yep. And you notice how Carrie tried to bring in I talked to Morrissey because we've all been the family is being harassed. But isn't it funny how she admitted that several times Jennifer would say, call the DA's office and ask him what's going on. Get a report. You know, the reports today, right? Oh, can we ask about Carrie was asking Jackson who wrote one of the reports. That part was weird, right? Right? I loved it when he looked at her and said, does it matter? No. In my honest opinion, this is who Paul really is. He showed his colors. Yeah, you know, you can't, you know, they show their own spots, don't they? Jackson handled her perfectly. He did. He certainly did. She wasn't prepped, and what she was trying to do was control Jackson, is what she was trying to do. What she was told was that he would come in and try to dictate the narrative. Yeah, see, love that. She is a control freak and hate Karen, especially when I heard today that Carrie dated John in high school or college. She did, and then John reached out to her on Facebook. But, you know, here's a little tidbit. Carrie's sister donated to Carrie's defense fund $249 and said she believes Karen is innocent and doesn't care what anybody says. Massive. I believe this will be a massive thing. This is going to be bigger than what they'd ever thought. Because believe me, when you get to the point where Carrie's to the point where she could not back up, and Jen will get on the stand and basically say that Carrie lied. Then what are they going to do? That's right. Arca's going to come out swinging. I'm not worried about Arca. Oh, that was great, the donation. Yes. Yes. She does believe in her. What is it about karma? Comes back to you tenfold. That and the karma credit system. You buy now and pay forever. Keep watching, my loves. I just got to take a second. Okay, thank you so much. Who is Christopher, everyone? Who's Christopher? Chris Albert. Do you remember in AJ's opening that he said there were 5 DNA from 5 males on John's shoes? Remember that? Chris Albert has entered the chat. Welcome, Chris. Cousin. Okay. Who's the cousin? Yeah, well, I can probably tell you the 5. But we're going to wait a minute. Therapist. I may need a therapist when I'm done with this. Colin. Colin is a cousin, and Kevin is his cousin or a brother. Kim says, yes, I was shook. Uh-huh. Profession. There you go, Leanne. Now, I might be up for that. I need a massage therapist. Right? Right? Me too. Me too. I feel he really is. For those of you who do not know, some of the gentlemen that were in the courtroom today, sitting behind the Reed family, were the civil attorneys for Karen. And I can tell you why they are there taking notes, because when this is all said and done, believe me, there will not even be ink. The moment that the jurors come back and say, not, they're going to get between the words not guilty, those papers will be filed for, in my opinion, I'm not a lawyer, but civil rights violations, constitutional rights violations. The state of Massachusetts will be on the hook, the city of Canton, the county of Norfolk, and then it'll trickle down to all these individual people. That's right. They will be prepared. That's why they're there. Listen, the defense already knows. They've got so much stuff. And for AJ to bring that up in his, we're gonna get some bombshells. We're gonna get some bombshells, my darlings. This, if this came out really great in the beginning for the Commonwealth, or the common wusses, if you will, in my opinion, then I would say, well, we better wait and see. Well, this doesn't look very good. Aunt Baby 2, when I'm finished, send the therapist here, right? Right? Hello. Groovy Cheryl says we are, as my calculation, she's almost up to $7 million for this. Malicious prosecution. I like that one too. Thank you very much, Lisa. There you go. Oh, this is going to be, this nucleus is going to be so much larger than what you even think. I'm sorry, I keep waking you up. And all of this testimony is discoverable for Paul's civil suit against Karen. But I don't think they have much of anything. Mild. Yeah, what they have is mild. And they're guessing. You can tell this, Hank, oh, she admitted that she did something. No. I want you to know this. Karen is going to be, this is just, I'm going to tell you this. This little setback will set her up for such huge and big things. We will be hearing about Karen long after I'm gone. You all will be hearing about Karen and the good that she's going to be doing and all kinds of good things. I'm going to tell everybody 2 words. Watch out. Watch out. Sorry, I sneezed. There's a person here. Hand. Put hand in the hand of the man from Galilee. I keep seeing 100 million. They will settle. They'll settle. They'll have 12 witnesses saying Karen didn't appear to be intoxicated. Yep. There's already people coming out that said she wasn't intoxicated. People have been intimidated, but now they're not. And it's going to be really something else. Like that, for every dime stolen, it will be repaid tenfold. Look, there's an old saying, if someone would lie to you, they'll steal from you. That's the deal. Darkness. Oh, yes. When darkness falls, there is darkness over this. On to baby 2. What does everyone think about AJ stating, we have a witness that knows AJ went into the house? Do you think it's a new person? Nope. Other. No, I don't. I mentioned her in a readings a few times ago. My thoughts, my opinion only, I do not know, but my opinion is the neighbor, Annie Chung, has a lot to say. I'll leave it at that. Thinks she's got a lot to say. And a lot to bring to the table. What's going to be Higgins? Mean. Oh, yeah. What? Okay, hold on a minute. Diane, what do they think about Higgins? What does he think about Higgins? I don't think Scanlon is going to say too much. Hi there. I don't think Scanlon is going to say too much. Maybe. I don't know if I missed something. Thank you, my darling, and to you as well. Yes, Bev will still be a judge, but she most likely will retire early and say goodbye. Because she hasn't done anything corrupt that we know of. And if she stays that way, because we don't agree to her opinions, don't make them wrong. Oh, I get it. It said Higgins saw John. Yeah, he did see him there. He did. Yeah, but there's someone else, and it's female. That's what I'm keep getting, and that's what John's energy has told me. So we'll see. I don't know if that's factual, but we'll see. Yeah, she's not there to state the weather. That's right. Yeah. That's right. She was what? Listen, I'm sure she was Mrs. Kravitz. Remember what? Now, this is not, I don't agree with this, but remember what Maddie McCabe said? The Asians, he called it that's right. Scripture. He called it the Asian house, the Asians. And the reason he would point it out is because I'm sure that they were nosy. I'm sure they were. Mrs. Kravitz. I bet she was Mrs. Kravitz. That's right. That will teach Matt McCabe to call the neighbors at Brian Albert at the time the Asians. Booyah. That's right. Okay, on TV said it'd be likely Higgins is the person, but he knows OJ. Well, yeah, I mean, he knows dining. He knows that that John was there, and he's going to come this close. Will he sing? I don't know. Depends on what kind of offer he gets. Maybe the guy who laid the carpet, I don't think he's on the witness list. And he's been scared, so I don't know. And plus I don't know how they would really, I don't know how they would go about that. My bet is Chung. The second I saw her on the defense list. Yeah. I've had the vibe. I've had the Mrs. Kravitz vibe since John had that remote viewing with me back in December and basically said there's a woman. The first trial, one of the girls slipped up. Oh, this is going to be good. Lisa says the first trial, one of the girls slipped up and said Colin wasn't there when John was there. Wasn't that Allie McCabe? Then she started to cry, for she knew she ripped up. Goodbye. Tell you what, I can't hack the... Yeah, I think that was Allie McCabe. And then she started saying, oh, the harassment for all the people. Here, have a tissue. Thank you so much to Outline. Yes. Hit the thumbs up for me, please. It helps so much. It helps so much. Thank you. Thank you. And you know what? If you see a commercial, if you just do us one favor and just watch one little commercial and not click through, you just don't even know how much that helps the algorithm know that people is here. Knows that people is here. There you are. A person convicted of perjury is liable to imprisonment for a term of not exceeding 7 years. She's looking at probably 5. If they do, will they? That's a hard call. Keep thinking about the bathroom from last night. My darling Polly Pockets, he didn't make it to the bathroom. I got to tell you that. He did not make it. Carrie got shut down with the harassment claim. She sure did. That I love that. Yes, that is her. I think she will be the one too. Right? Do me a favor, everybody. You've got popcorn emojis in the chat. Do me a favor. Give me some popcorn emojis. We haven't used emojis in a long time. And I would love to see the popcorn emojis for all of you. Thank you. Thank you. Give me some popcorn. Give me some popcorn, please. Popcorn, popcorn. There you go. There you go. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Yes, children. Yes, children. There's popcorn on the True Oracles side too, my darlings. I love popcorn, but I can't eat it. I love popcorn. There you go. Popcorn, popcorn. Yes, look at there. Both sides are getting it. Yummy, yummy for the tummy. Good, good. Go in the... Let me see. If you go into the happy face, my darling Sue, there you go. There you go. You got it. You got it. You got it. See, there we go. This deserves some popcorn. But I need a new emoji. So if y'all have some during this trial, we difference. My darling, you know what? Just think popcorn and we're there with you. Just think about it. We're there with you, my darling. Oh, what did I miss? I had to step away. Nothing. I'm just asking for popcorn emojis because we haven't put emojis in the chat for a while. So there you go. Jelly beans. Oh, I wish I had some jelly beans. It's too late to have anything delivered. I love popcorn, but it makes me choke every time the kernels. Yeah, I know. I love do you know my mother used to make what she called rabbit food? And it was for the Easter holiday when we did that Easter thing. And instead of being caramel corn, she would put candy and pretzels, and it'd be almost like chess mix, only with popcorn. And she would melt marshmallows and put the marshmallows in. Terrific. Terrific. It was wonderful. There you go, my darling. There you go. So the popcorn in is red and lady, but in pink. So you got to do both. That's right, Patty. It's got a pink background in True Oracle. It's quite beautiful. I'm seeing it go on both sides. I'm loving it. It's just beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. Or a binky. Yeah, a binky would do good. How about a tissue? How about here's a tissue. Somebody starts wine bagging about, oh, we've been so harassed. There you go. There you go. Put in the popcorn. A binky. Aunt Phoebe, yes. She was about to cry when Bev questioned her. I say yes if the right person pushes her and tells her what she. Listen, all they have to do is have someone come up to them in the hall and say, "Can we see you over here for a minute? Do I need a lawyer? I don't know. Do you?" That's how they do it. I don't know. Do you need a lawyer? I'll have my lawyer call you. Do you have his card? No. Well, who's your lawyer? Well, I don't have one yet. Oh, well, until you do, we need to question you. Can you step over here to us? No, I want a lawyer. Well, that's okay. You can have a lawyer. Believe me, they don't take no for an answer. They will, I mean, hello. Hello. Leanne. Well, where'd you go, my darling? Here you are, Leanne. I need to sleep. Sorry, lovelies. Oh my gosh. Well, we'll see you soon. Have a good sleep, my darling. Thank you for being here so much. We love you. Good night. Good night. Good night. I love popcorn balls with M&Ms. Me too. But you know what I like? Because here's some good stuff. I don't know what it's called, but they have hull-less popcorn that is already popped. They have the cheddar cheese and then they have the butter one. You get the butter one and it's already popped. It doesn't have the hulls in it. Now that's what I use. That's what I use. All right. Now, John's Energy, I have a question for you, my darling. You were talking to me today, and you know I'm here grounded. You were talking to me today. You were telling me to listen. You were talking to me about ice. And then you were saying a few other words. Can we go back to that conversation? Can you tell me how you felt about this testimony today? What happened? What can you tell us? What can you tell us? Oh my gosh. Well, good hubby, bless him. Listen. No, Sam. No, Angel. No. Come here. Come here. Go. Processing. Zelda, you're processing this? I bet her husband had a lot to say to her when she got home. I need to be a fly on the wall. Right? Right? I've heard he calls her moody, so we don't know what happened there. I bet he was talking about. She's probably shaking like a doggy pooping razor blades at this point. I sure would be. Buddy, acting like I'm so dense. Shortly. Sorry, it's because Sam jumped off my table. Can you imagine? I'm so dense. I'm so dense. I don't know, but it should be okay. Wilma, it's almost 2 a.m. I think I'm going to have to call it a day. 99. Oh, bless you, my darling. Good night. Thank you for being here. We sure do enjoy having you. You sleep well. We'll see you tomorrow. Another big day ahead. John, please continue the conversation from earlier today. Yeah. I want to do that. He probably still is talking. She's probably ready to go to the ER. I'm just joking. Gotta put so okay. So John, let's continue. Sweet dreams of you every night. John, let's continue the noise. Is there too much noise for you? See, when he and I talk, it is like quiet. Listen, she could be approached at any time. Stop self-snitching. Yes, it is a debate, John. It is truly a debate of what happened. Red rum, right? It is truly a debate. Okay. I have chills. If you had something that you could tell Karen, what would it be? What would it be? If there's something. Stop it, Sam. Holy macaroni is right. I love this Shining reference. Yeah, red rum. I do too. Stop. Does anyone remember the original Fly, the black and white from the 1950s? The Fly. Remember that movie? How many remember that movie? Yes, thank you very much for that. Thank you, thank you. Turkey. Yeah, she was a turkey, all right. Well, this is older than the Jeff Goldblum one. This is the old 19 black and white. This was the old one. Come on, sister. This is the old one. Cousin, why are you telling? Okay. That movie scared me. Well, do you remember how when he was a fly and he was on the chair and it was Vincent Price and that guy had that guy's head on the fly and he would be sitting there going, "Help me, help me, help me, no, no, help me, help me, no." That's what Carrie is doing today. She's doing the fly. Help me, help me, no, no, help me, help me. A Suburban. Who has a Suburban? Who has a Suburban? I loved it when Jeff Goldblum and what was her name? Gina, whatever her name was together. Who has a Suburban? Gina something was Jeff Goldblum's wife. Jen and Matt McCabe, I think. Do they? Gina Davis. Thank you, resisting arrest. Thank you. Listen, it's been Hollywood almost all my life. So yeah, that happens. That's how I used to get my kids to eat was noises and Elmo labor. That was a wild noise I just heard. It was Elmo and Kermit the Frog and all these people. Vincent Price was a legend. I love him. And around Halloween, when they have the Hammer films, and he was in a lot of those. House on Haunted Hill. Hello. That movie still gets to me. And I don't watch the color I watch the one in black and white because the way they manipulate the shadows and the lighting, that's what gets to you. The pregnant pause. Labor, that's right. Yes. There's another movie that used to get there's a few movies. John likes scary movies, so we can talk about this. Pardon me. There's another movie. Are you okay, Bill B? There's another movie, and that is Phantasm. The first time I saw Phantasm, I thought I could not sleep for 2 days. And especially if my bed was up against I had to pull my bed away from the wall. I love Vincent Price. I wish there were a way that I could play movies and we could all sit here and watch together, but we can't. And hello, we just can't do that. In my opinion, they decided to not take him out the basement door because it would show in the snow, but into the kitchen backyard, Colin's car. He told me that they went up through the bulkhead. And if you look at the pictures of the basement on Zillow when the house was for sale, the bulkhead is gone and there's a brand new door. And the last trial, AJ asked Brian Albert, if he recognized that was a different door because the door was changed. Civilization. So it's my understandings. Yeah, my cards always show the bulkhead. Yeah. And from the remote viewing, if you haven't seen that video that I did, go back into the playlist of true crime around Christmas, and it'll say that I had a conversation with John. And I've had like 3 of them. But that was the big one where he had the remote viewing. And that's why there were a lot of steps from Jen, I believe, in my opinion. Salem's Lot scared me. There's another one. Winds. The wind of change. Salem's Lot scared me. I'm going to tell you the other ones that scared me. And there's like a series of them. Look at this energy. We gotcha. Woo. All right. All right. Go for it. Go for it. Pack a go. Pack a go. Exceed. Pack a go. Exceed. Pack. So I think they packed everything up and it exceeded. Yeah. I don't know. Sue is asking, do I meditate when I speak with John? He comes when I'm not doing anything. It's usually when I'm asleep, I'll be awakened. It's not like I'm calling him in because I don't do that. So it's just like, oh, there you are. You want to talk. Okay. And I can usually tell because this thing and another one, winds pack a go exceed. Yeah. You did the first one Christmas Eve. Okay, yeah, I did the first one if you want to go back and look at it. Entomb. Okay, I understand what that means because I'm going to tell you something. He told me that after it happened, they were laughing and then they realized that it was serious. And they actually put him in a cold, dark place. And that's what it felt like. So he was there for until they decided what they were going to do. That's what that energy shared with me. Do me a favor, everyone. Please hit the like button, subscribe. Come on in. You're going to love it here. Oh, my darling Polly, not related, but I'm going to the hospital. I'm going down for MRI and on my brain, and I'm praying for answers and needed surgery. Sorry to ask for prayers to work. Hey, listen, prayer changes things. We're all praying for you, Polly. Absolutely. May you have wonderful results from your MRI, and we're charging the angels over you for healing and for a miracle. There you go, my darling. We absolutely. Kim says the hot water heater area with the door. Yeah. Okay. Don't know if you heard that or not, but I'm the only one here. I need to check and see what's going on. I'll be right back. Hello, my darlings. Everything is okay. What did I miss? Everything is okay. I had a water bottle sitting on the counter and it just came off. And my cats are not allowed on the counters, they don't jump on the counters. So, is word the last word that we got, or was there one? Pardon me. Interrogation. It was the noise. It was a water bottle that fell off of a water bottle that fell off of the counter. Somebody's trying to get my attention. It was an interrogation. What was it? Integration. Okay, integration. Okay, and word. So we were talking. It's okay. We were talking about the scary movies and word. And the other scary movies, Puppet Masters. No. Integration. I think so. I think so. He was bothered. It was this energy was bothered today. Yeah, little B. Those bother me because it's the doll thing. Gonna watch these tonight. Oh, the original Grudge. Oh boy. All of them lie. We want to see some people get interrogated. They might even be. Puppet Master. We saw that Puppet Master stuff today, didn't we? We sure did. With popcorn. Oh. So what? I'll tell you what I need to be seeing. I need to be seeing the new Ghost Adventures because they are at the Winchester Mansion with Houdini. Oh my gosh. Yes. I remember the crawling eye. There was one when I was very young. It was a Cyclops. And it was about a guy that got into a plane accident on a island. Does anybody remember this? And something happened to him and he got really tall and big and he had a great big eye right here and his wife found him. Oh my God. I want to go there. I haven't made it there, Kelly. I want to go there. Cheryl, oh my goodness. Late night babysitting movies. Hello. Yes, I know them well. We'll go for about another 30 minutes yet. Got to see the Winchester Mystery House. Yes, I do. Ghost Adventures has a new season out, and it's pretty good. This last one bothered me to the point where I had to just kind of turn it off. They were at the Poltergeist. Remember the movie Poltergeist? That house went up for sale. A woman bought it. There were some people that passed away in that house. I knew right away. I could not go in that house. No, I don't believe I believe she's blinded to the truth. And I believe that she's blind because, sometimes we are blinded by truth so that it protects ourselves. And I think she just wants this to be so bad. Plus, she doesn't like Karen, so it's an easy thing for her. Yes, Standing Stones. That's the Winchester heiress. That's right. She's in denial for sure. She's in denial. Yeah, I think so too. I think so too. Plus, here's the thing. Really truly believe that Jen got to her first. Everybody does the deniability thing, right? Deny, deny, deny. If you can't, so you don't lie, you deny. That's how you do it. So you don't lie, you deny. Integrating hash values into a Word document allows for verifying its integrity and detecting modifications. There we go, Kim. Duber79. Hi, darling. Zelda, what a pretty picture. Every time you mention Peg, the energy spikes. Yeah, it does. He had a very hard time today. Very hard time during that testimony. Pippi, I believe you are right. All those women are so jealous of Karen. They all wanted John. That's why I said earlier, all these women married their second choice in men because the first one was John. That's true, Jeannie. Morrissey has them all convinced he has them safe from trouble, in his opinion. Yeah. Hey, look, we've got a new member, and it is Jeanette Hegazy. Hegs. I think that's how you pronounce it. Pardon me if I didn't pronounce that correctly, but I'm just so happy that you're here. Thank you so much for becoming a member. Love having you here. Love having you here. We're going to have to do a giveaway here again pretty soon. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to have to. Now, for the True Oracle channel, when we get to 4,000 subscribers, we're almost there. We're almost there. Where are we now? 3,360 something. If we get, when we get to 4,000, we're going to have a celebration. We're going to have a giveaway. I'm going to give away a reading. I'm going to give away, we may even give away some bracelets, but we can't ship them outside the country. Can't do it. They won't let them go out and you won't get them. It's hard enough to get the bracelets now. It's taking a long time with the post office. But we'll make sure that you get readings. We'll make sure that we get palm readings, all kinds of things. So come on over there to True Oracle. Hi there, Catherine from Arizona. Free Karen Reed. Thank you so much. So come on over to True Oracle. I'm going to put screen. I'm going to put that chat, or I'm sorry, that site in the chat. I'll get it. If y'all want to go over there, a lot of people go over there and they watch on both sides because people are really generous and they give away memberships over there on that side because we're going to start reading cards, scheduling. I'll let you all know, but the scheduling when this is going to happen. And Steph. Yeah, I can't put that up, Polly, but she did try to unalive him. They dropped some of the charges. That was for Aaron Goodwin. They dropped one of the big charges, but she's probably going to do a good 5 years anyway. They haven't, she took a plea, so they don't have her sentencing yet. So, hey, look at this little bee over there coming in hot. gifted a membership with Fate and Fortune True Oracle. So, yes, my darling, Moonchild, welcome, was gifted this membership. So come on over there, my darlings, because we're going to start ramping up. Now, on True Oracle, that's where you can find your dailies. And I'll admit, I've been slacking because of this trial. I really have, because I've been trying to keep up with some things. But you can go over there for like daily, weekly, monthly predictions, all kinds of different things. And over here, we do the crime talk and all this other. Look at Little B. Bless you. Y'all better race over there and pick up your. Thank you, Little B. Another 5. My goodness. Thank you so much for your generosity. Thank you. Thank you. And welcome to all of the new members. Welcome. Welcome. Thank you very much for that, Little B. You're so generous. Bless you. Bless you, bless you. Well, thank you, Michelle. Thanks for being here, my darling. Thank you, thank you. Darlene, thank you so much for doing that. And much love to you back. One of these days, I want to do a meet and greet. I will start traveling, hopefully, soon. Lawyer. Oh, okay. Give us the tea, John. We need the tea. That's very kind of you. Thank you. Thank you. Very kind. Jerry, I looked at this for a minute when you said Venice, and I'm like, oh my God, she's in Italy. I forgot for a moment. Thank you, my darling. Lawyer, look at this. Who needs to lawyer up? Give us the tea, John. Give us the tea. Wait. Okay. He's telling us wait and see. There's more to come. I know it. Wait and see. Yeah. Wait and see. Spill the tea, my darling. We're waiting. Stiff lawyer, is that Brennan? Stiff lawyer, how dare you? Yes. Property import. Oh, nice. Mississippi, y'all. I love it. The door John went into has a screen door with a stiffness hard to open. Screen can refer to either a screen door that is difficult to move or display screen that is not functioning properly. I'm taking it as though he is saying that we have to, they're screening people, as in vetting people. There you go. This is one mess of spilling tea. I don't mind cleaning up, right? There you go. Stiff screen. You're all right, my darling. We know what you have to say. You know, that's right, Isle of Shoals. Mark Betterow, attorney Mark Betterow, the father of footnotes, said today that Carrie should have a lawyer. As I said, if I were the judge, I'd be looking at her and saying, Mrs. Roberts, do you think before you should say anything more, you may have to consult a lawyer? But you can't, pardon me, you can't say that. And that's right, you know. She may after she went home tonight. And I can tell you this, Jennifer McCabe is not going to share Kevin Reddington with her. Yes, she was, Dubra. Yes, she was. It was Davoon, as Bethany Frankel says. The lawyers must be really busy in Canton. Absolutely. Absolutely, Pippi says. Only if I lived there, I would not get one in that Jordan. I would not get one in uh, around the. I wouldn't. I would get somebody from Boston, just like Yannetti. But I'm going to tell you, Auntie Bev is not very well liked in Boston. She's done some shenanigans. It's been my understanding. I don't know. Don't know the facts. I don't have any tea to spill. Dubra, I cannot wait to see Gemma Cape. Oh, me too. I'm going to take off work that day. I'm going to take off work. Anyone know of a Jordan? I'll tell you what, I'd love to go to Louisiana and go to the vampire walk at night. But can we get beignets? I need some beignets and coffee from that one place there that has beignets and coffee. I can't remember. Dumont. That's where I want. I want to get beignets and coffee and do the and they have a tea room there to get your tea leaves read, and they record it, and it is the coolest thing, and they have a waiting list. It takes a minute to get in. You can't just go in and walk in. They got a waiting list, big time. Shona Lee says, you may need to take 2 days off. You're right, I may need to. Someone's I have to laugh at myself. Sorry, I'm here catching flies. Who's a witch first? Jen? After talking about New Orleans, where the vampire who said he was a vampire called me not long ago. I mean, it was like last year, and told me some things that were going to happen and did. I don't think she's not Glenda. Let me put it that way. She's not Glenda. I'll have to tell you that story. You can actually, I go into very big detail. If you go into, there's a playlist in my channel for those of you who love to watch this sort of thing, that I go in and I tell scary stories of what has happened to me and scary stories when I'm reading cards, and I'll do reenactments with the cards and all kinds of things. And that one is called A Vampire Called Me. And that was back in the 1980s. It's called Dark Tales with Zelda, the playlist. I think that might be in the description. If not, you can go in my channel if you guys want to take a minute and go through and listen, because I've got quite a few in there and I haven't had time to record anything more, but there's some scary things in there. Where do I find these, the scary stories? They should be Let me make sure that they are in the they're in my description. If not, I'll put them in. They should be in there. My darlings, they are in the description of this video when we're done, and in every video when you're done. And you scroll almost all the way to the bottom, and it will give you links to. They're all in my playlist under Dark Tales with Zelda. Just go in there and believe me, my darlings. And it freaks me out. Some of them freak me out. So yeah, you can go in there. I tell all kinds of stories. Vampire, werewolf. Around Halloween, I was telling vampire, werewolf, Frankenstein. Yeah. There we go. There is your play. Yeah, they're in the playlist. So scroll in this video, scroll when you're done, scroll almost all the way to the bottom and before you get to the disclaimer, and it'll say if you want to hear, Dark Tales with Zelda. And there you go. Oh, how cool, Elizabeth. There you go. There you go. I love it. Well, Anna, thank you for being here. And you kiss all them little sweet puppies for us. Will you do that? Thank you so much for being here. I think Bev knows that there's a tangled web that is being woven. I think she kind of understands the assignment at this point. She'll be the one instead of Carrie. It will be Bev going, help me, help me, help me, please, help me, help me. Sorry, I make myself laugh. That's why I do it. Oh my gosh. She does know this is huge. But Jerry, let me back up here. Jerry said she went on a vampire walk and it was famous. Famous or fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. I see all this stuff and it's at night. I just want to go. Okay, there we are. I did the vampire walk. It was fantastic. Oh my. I love it. Oh, thank you for doing that. Amy, thank you so much. She put it, Miss D put it in the chat on the and the True Oracle side. Thank you so much for doing that, my darling. And I think it's on, might be on both sides, but it's on the True Oracle side for sure is the playlist. I haven't had time. Usually I do those in the fall. I do a season in the fall. Oh, wow, Darlene, that's amazing. Oh, here, I'm not catching up. Okay, John. We've got to, pardon me. I've got some work to do, my darling. So I want you to give us some last words. Give us a message for Karen. Give us some last words. Share with us what you feel is about to happen. Bev was much nicer to Lolly. Please do me a favor and if you're coming in, please give me a like. I don't know how many likes we have so far, but we've got a fair amount of people that are watching in the middle of the week, which is very nice, and I appreciate you so much. There we go. Kelly says, John, what can we expect from tomorrow? Sending you love and light. That's very kind from Kelly. So, what do you have to tell us? 201 likes. Very nice. Thank you to everyone. That's so kind. Thank you. Thank you. Try and catch some winks, Lady Zelda. He thinks going to be keeping you on your Yeah, I know. I've got a little bit of work to do tonight before I call it a day. And I'll tell you what, I have been eating like a heathen the last 2 days. Stuff I shouldn't be. And I've got to rectify that one. I'll tell you what my favorite one is. Term. Okay, I know there's something behind this. I'll tell you what I love. Chicken salad. Chicken salad. Jersey Mike's makes chicken salad. And I'm going to tell you, it's pretty good. It's a little on the wet, a little on the peppery side. And I don't like all the bread, but oh my, I could eat chicken salad. Chicken salad with grapes, chicken salad. Arby's used to have good chicken salad. Term. So what is the term? Barbara says prison term. Prison term. They've got a place here called Chicken Salad Chick. I've never had it, but I don't buy grocery store chicken salad because they put filler and stuff. No. Oh, yeah, she did. Carrie, I was going to show it to you, and I'll get a copyright if I do. But she definitely was. And you know what she talked about? How everyone was just being harassed. Oh, my goodness. There is Elizabeth coming in. Bless you, my darling. Hi, Subsidy. Hi, my darling. Hi. Haven't seen you in a little while. Thank you so much. Bless you, honey. Thank you. And that's on True Oracle. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Bless you. Bless you. So generous. You guys are so generous. I love it. Thank you. And that big-hearted. It's delicious, Zelda. It's just a chicken salad specialty place. I know they've got different chicken salads. I can't make my mind up what I want. Okay, go down there, my darling. Thank you so much. Kim says, first term, oh my goodness. Well, I'm going to tell you, I think this is going to cause a huge political shakeup. Here comes another word from our good energy, positive energy. Little B makes her own chicken salad. I like it too, but you know what? The chicken that I get seems to be different. And I don't know why. I don't like dried chicken. Like boiled to death. I like a roast your chicken with the skin, salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, blah, blah, blah. Put that in the oven and the skin keeps it moist. You remove the skin. But who has time for that? I don't need that. Groovies. We need Zelda to collect some great recipes for us to share. You know what? I have a bunch and I need to put them together and put them in the shop for you guys because I'm a cooker and I'll always be a cooker. But right now I've not been a cooker in the last couple of days. Five men DNA on the shoe. 5 men. I wish I had a Costco here, Jerry. Wish I had a Costco. You know what? I don't think, oh my gosh. I have a lot of German stuff too. I love it. I love German food. 5 drops on the. Well, look at Kim coming in hot with all that info. During Maura Healy's admin focused on expanding and improving several subsidy programs, including affordable housing, childcare, but she's lacking. She's causing trouble, and I don't know why. I don't think so either, Cheryl. I don't think so. I don't think she says, um, I don't think we've ever seen a number before. Yeah, there were 3 on his shirt. God. Yeah, God only knows. Dubra, yes, I believe I know all of them. One will be a surprise. The other ones will not. Oh, nice. But yeah, if I could just have a bunch of chicken salad, that'd be my feast all the time. I don't even need crackers. Just let me dig into it. Arby's makes very good, but I don't even think they have it anymore. A lot of these recipes take a lot. We are talking about food. We are talking about food. Isn't that amazing? Laura, I'm going to tell you something. We will know the 5 and 1 will be a surprise. I think the last DNA, it will tell us. It will tell us. It will tell us. Food, definitely. You are listening, aren't you, my darling? You are definitely listening. That's right. The way 5 adults, main players. No, it's 5 men. 5 men. You will know 4. 1 is a surprise. Air. Were they Nike Air? Were your shoes Nike Airs? Kinda. Kind of always have. In my readings, I've been alluding to it. Hey, listen, Standing Stones is here on the cell. Just listening to work in the morning. Oh my God. Thank you, my darling. Thank you. Oh, Polly, you need to get healed and get better. I'll tell you what, the supermarket I have does not have good rotisserie chicken. The last 2 times I got it was no, not good. Air sign, Gemini, Libra, etc. Possible. Possible. You are. I am air. How am I air? I don't have that air type in my chart. I'm a Pisces Virgo. Maybe Pisces Virgo Libra, but no, I don't think so. I'm a Pisces Virgo. His birthday is in December. He is a I think it's December 17th. Not sure, but I do know that he is a Sagittarius. You are. What is that meant for me, or what is that meant for? Here we go, John. Every time I say we're going to go, then you come out with this really good tea. So what do we have here? The 8th of December. Thank you, Kelly. Sagittarius. They were Nike, the black swoosh, I think. I think you're right, Elizabeth. I know you're right. I know you're right. I know you're right. Oh, are you a Gemini? Are you a May or a June Gemini? Darlene is a Gemini. Oh, Standing Stones is this December 17th. Nice. What are we talking about? You are. Capricorn, Moon, and Sun. Nice. Massachusetts. We know you are Massachusetts. Do you think that I'm in Massachusetts? Maybe you do. I think you know I'm not. But maybe. Shona Lee is a Pisces. I'm a Pisces too. June 16th. I remember. Oh, good. I like the June Geminis. I like all Geminis. Scorpio Aries. Is that bad? No, not at all. Are you on the cusp? So Massachusetts, I think. So he's saying you are Massachusetts. You mean that it feels like I'm there? Give us something good, and then we will go and say good night. November 10th. So no, not in my class, but a bunch of information. And Virgo Sun, Aquarius Moon, Rising. Virgo rarely resonates, but Aquarius always does. Nice. I still have binder envy from Alessi. He's talking about Salem when he said witches, but I don't know who said mass. Right? That was kind of different, wasn't it? You were talking about Salem. We were talking about that whole thing. Advantage. Okay. The advantage is what? Nice, Elizabeth. I love Elizabeth. Polly, we're here for you, darling. Large Marge. Remember that in Pee Wee Herman? Oh, well, somebody said Breenan looks like Pee Wee Herman. Isn't that funny? The massive men had an advantage. Large. Alessi is a cutie with his binders. Isn't that true? And he's like, there you go, Kelly. He is like Alessi's in his 70s, isn't he? He really looks so good. I wouldn't care. I would not care how old that man is. Oh, Polly, bless you, my darling. We're here for you. We're here for you. Yeah, little B. 60s or near 70. I think he is. Late 60s, is he? Somebody said he is in his 70s. I would have never thought. He's either late 60s or 70s. I heard that the other day, and it's like, hello. This time I would be a younger woman. Yeah. Yeah. Breenan looks like Scabbers, Ron Weasley's rat, right? Well, it looks very much like he takes care of himself. He works out and all this other. They're all good. Here's the term again. Okay, well, we'll figure this out. We'll figure this out. Here comes another word. This is the last word. And then your little girl here has to go. But I'll be back tomorrow. I'll be back tomorrow. Then we'll stay later on Saturday night. And there we go. Okay, this is the last word of the night. The last word. What are you going to give us? What are you going to give us? Hello, hello. Calculation. Oh, that's a good one. Thank you, Laura. Thank you, thank you. My love goes out to each one of you. Oh, here we go. Another one on top. Task. Yes. Yes, yes. 6:30 again, so we can start a little early, and that way then, I have a little time at night to finish my work for the next day. Here, see, look, this is what he does. I say he can sit here for 5 hours. Relics could mean something from the past. Boy, you keep saying good things tonight. I said limits, and he said calculation. Salem, he says witches. You're very kind. Thank you so much, Dubra. Thank you, thank you. Ultimate. I think this will be ultimate tomorrow. Karen, hi. Greg. Who is Greg? I know a Greg. Did you pass? Self-esteem. I'm going to find out if the Greg that I know passed, because he always said he would say hello to me. Yikes. Every time I say I'm going to leave, he spikes and says something. I don't know who Greg is. Well, I'm so glad that you're here, my darling. Thank you for coming in. You're going to really enjoy the beginning of this. Thank you, thank you. Okay, John's energy. Looks like you're going to hang on that one for a minute. This is me, guys. Okay, you're going to be here for a minute. All righty. We'll turn that off. There we go. All right. Let me see this. So I want to thank each and every one. Is it Greg Nuttall? Is it Greg? I didn't know what his first name is. Maybe. Brian Albert's attorney? Greg Henning? Maybe. Prayers and healing, Polly. Absolutely. Oh, Alessi is 67. Wow. Looks great. Love it. Groovy says, thank you, John and Zelda. We must let you all get some rest. Love tonight, every night. Thank you. My darling. Everything is going to work out. Each and every one of you need to realize it's going to be okay. We have the Dream Team. Dream and Dream Team. It's all good. His name was Timothy Nuttall is what it is. Okay. So thank you for each and every one of you for being here, being in True Oracle. Just your generosity and your gifts. I'll probably announce on Friday when we're going to do a members only live for True Oracle. So we're going to read cards over there. It will be for members only. And don't forget, bring your friends so we can get them subscribed. 4,000 subscribers. We're going to have a blast. We're going to have giveaway. We're going to do all kinds of things. We're just going to get jiggy with it. That's what we're going to get. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Kim says, good night, Zelda, John, everyone. Thank you for communicating with us, John. Thank you, Zelda, for connecting us all together with John and Karen. Take care and safe, everyone. Thank you, Kim. Kelly says, thank you, Zelda. Loving these after court sessions with you and John. Can't wait for tomorrow. See y'all in court. I agree. So this is going to be amazing. Jerry says, thank you, everyone. We will see you all tomorrow. There we go. And our love to your husband for keeping you here. No. But you got to go to Costco. You got to go to Costco. Everybody is saying good night. Good night, dear Elizabeth. Good night, my darling. Good night. I told everyone on Baker last night to visit you. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you. That's very kind. I appreciate it. Thank you, Laura B. Thank you, Zelda. I love your hair, Denisha. That girl, that looks good. Y'all say prayers, don't cheat. The head man upstairs. That's right. That's right. Amen to that. Amen to that. Thank you. Thank you. I think the crime was calculated, Polly says. Absolutely. Going to see if I can tap into John for a few. Why not? I love Baker. He is fun. I love him too. I love him too. Good night, Zelda and everyone. Everyone pray for Polly. I agree, Baker. To all mein Familie in Görlitz. Wie geht's? Was ist los? Ich liebe dich. I love you. So thank you so much. Good night. Good night. Everybody is saying good night. You guys are wonderful. So thank you so much for being here. And y'all are great. And I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks so much for being here. And we'll see you tomorrow. I'm going to let you all finish saying good night to everyone. So thank you. Much love to you. And I will talk with you tomorrow. Get ready. Bye for now.